Now, for those of you who don't remember the ending of Frankenstein, let me refresh your memory. When we left our hero, he was in a burning mill, and he supposedly perished in the fire. At the beginning of Bride of Frankenstein, we find, not too much to our amazement, that the monster somehow or other survived. And to make the monster's escape a little more realistic for the sequel, Universal makeup people added several touches to Karloff's makeup. They singed his hair, and they added some burn scars to his hands and face. But somebody forgot to tell the people who decided to release Bride of Frankenstein to a double bill with the original Frankenstein. They were so concerned that the audience would be confused that they cut the fire scene completely from the original print. So audiences saw a modified Frankenstein without the fire. And they saw the monster appear in the next feature, and he had these unexplained scars, and his hair was all singed. Well, as you probably know, Frankenstein was written by Mary Shelley. She never wrote a follow-up about Frankenstein's Bride, but she did include an incident in the novel in which Dr. Frankenstein tries to create a mate for the monster. And that's why the screenwriters decided to open the sequel with a scene between Mary Shelley and her friend Lord Byron. Director James Whale felt that anybody who could write a story like Frankenstein has to be some kind of a monster herself. So Elsa Lanchester plays both the creator, Mary Shelley, and the fiend. Here she is in The Bride of Frankenstein.
The Bride of Frankenstein.
Now, before Elsa Lanchester was cast in the role of the bride, actress Phyllis Brooks was in the running, along with German actress Brigitte Helm, who portrayed a robot in the silent classic Metropolis. Do you remember that? While Helm didn't get the part, Elsa Lanchester's characterization of the bride may have been influenced by Helm's robot a little bit. Both characters used similar kind of stylized moves. By the way, that bride was given that long, voluminous gown primarily to hide the 6-inch heels that made her look a lot taller than she really was. And finally, did you notice that one of the hunters in the Hermit's Shack was John Carradine? It was. He was one of the actors originally considered for the role of the monster before Karloff got it, and the instant stardom, of course, that went along with it. Carradine later played Dracula in several films. Glenn Strange was to play the monster later, along with a lot of other great horror actors. But it was Boris Karloff who played that sensitive monster so well. We'll be right back.